Do you ever have those days when you really want to paint or you want to have painted, but you just don't feel inspired to do it? Well, let me give you some ideas about how you can jumpstart your inspiration and some of the books that I look to whenever I have those days that at least make me feel like I'm making progress in my artwork, even if I'm not exactly at the easel. I'm here in my studio and I've got a bookcase right here off to the side that you can see, at least the top corner of. And I've just collected some art books over the years. Some of them are instruction books. Some of them are just collections of artwork or of painters that I really enjoy. And when I'm having those days when I don't really know what to paint, I can't decide what to do, but I still want to be creative, I've given myself permission just to sort of sit here and pull a book off the shelf and study some paintings, just to look through them, not even to be overly analytical about them, but just to feel like I'm getting inspired. And to me, that's not a waste of time in the studio at all, even if I'm not actually at the easel working. And I'm not trying to endorse any particular books or particular authors. I'm just sharing some with you that I really have found that I go to over the years. Of course, there are great instructional books like Liz Haywood Sullivan's Painting Skies and Water in Pastel. That's something that I go to more for some, going back to basics of some technical aspects of painting. I also really love going to Barbara Janicki's book, Painting the Poetic Landscape. Again, it's a great book just to go back to basics for some technical things. But there are times when I just want to look at great paintings who've been created by painters that I really admire. So I wanted just to share a couple of those books with you. One is Albert Handel's Intuitive Light. I love this book. It is instructive in a way, but it's not necessarily about step-by-step instructions. It just is a great description of light conditions, but it gets a little philosophical at times, with sections about capturing the illusion of light, light during different times of the year and different times of the day, and of course, each are demonstrated by some of Albert's beautiful paintings over the years. So this is a book that I have found that I come back to frequently, and might be worth checking out for yourself. I also really love a more recent book edited by Ann Heavner of the Pastel Journal, that came out a few years ago, Pure Pastel. This is just a great book. Again, a collection of artworks by wonderful artists, landscapes, florals, figurative and portrait work, still life. Just really shows the depth and breadth of what the pastel medium can do. And sometimes I just like to sit and flip through this book and just look at all the beautiful paintings. There's a small, really short description with each. It's really not instructional in any way. It's just showing these beautiful paintings. And again, sometimes I'll find something that just inspires me or makes me think of a reference photo that I've got in my collection that I might want to go back and try to paint. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get lost in my reference photos. I could just spend hours flipping through them on my iPad, or if I have some printed out, just thumbing through them in the envelope, and suddenly an hour or two has gone by and I've really made no progress. And to me, that's not creative time. But actually looking at beautiful artwork, to me is, and sometimes might help me hone in on an idea or something that I have in one of my reference photos that I might want to use. Probably the book that I come to most, though, when I'm just looking to be inspired, is this book, Landscape Paintings of Richard McKinley. Came out several years ago. Again, it's somewhat instructive. It's not step-by-step instructions to complete paintings. It's not that kind of book, but you've got beautiful paintings in oil and pastel of Richard's. And with each, he's got a short little description of the scene or the plein air experience he had creating that painting, or just some more philosophical thoughts about painting that subject, about capturing the light, painting the shadows, snow scenes, mountain scenes. And again, it's just a great book to flip through. It's not heavy reading, it's short little descriptions, and I would think of them as mini essays with each painting. Again, it's mostly about the artwork, and I just love to sit and flip through that book, and again, find that to be a great help when I'm trying to get inspired and think of what I want to paint from my own reference material or from my own observations. So if you struggle to sort of feel inspired all the time, but you still want to be engaged with art, and rather than turn on the television or flip through a news magazine or a celebrity gossip magazine, whatever, whatever your downtime involves, and we all have those things we need. But just starting a good collection of art books by artists that you really admire might be a good way to go. And again, just give yourself some time to sit through those, and you never know what ideas might be inspired. So I hope you check out some of these books and share some of your own in the comments.